Hey, welcome to the channel. We're gonna get back on the course today and play winter golf. It's probably 40 degrees out this morning, so it's kind of chilly. Not as windy, but it's pretty cold. But before I do, I wanted to warm up and hit a few putts before I get on the course. A lot of you would ask questions about the putter. So this is the Biomech AccuLock Ace putter. And just to get into this a little bit about why I love this putter is, let's just talk about putting in general. I struggle with putting, and you guys have seen me on the channel. I don't talk about putting a lot, but as a quick story, I started playing a ton of golf this year. I hadn't played a lot of golf in 15 years. So as I started getting back into playing a lot of golf and trying to get my game refined where I could shoot some low scores, putting is always the biggest challenge for me. Well, this company is a biomechanical company, and they designed, this is all about biomechanics. They designed a putter that has a shaft lean to it, and it locks to the lead arm. What it does is it takes the hands, so the hands' wrists are out of it. You open your feet just slightly, and now it locks in, so it locks in the upper body to help you roll the ball. And it really is, it's really about reducing variables, because that's all that I care about in putting. I want putting to come down to two basic things: speed and line. I don't want to worry about my stroke. I want to be able to knock it on my line. So if I can reduce it down to speed and line, this is, and I'm just telling you, I'm a guy that looks into the simplest way to do things. That's why I'm a single plane swing guy. I'm looking for the easiest way to do it. This is absolutely, they have figured this out. They have figured out the science of putting here. And so I am convinced that this is the absolute best way to putt a golf ball and the easiest way for the body to move a putter. So I love this putter, and that's why, that's why you've seen me using it on the channel, is because I'm becoming a much better putter just from this putter. And a lot of it is, think about it this way. Like let's go to like a short putt here. So I got a 5-footer, 6-footer. And what's the least amount of movement I can make to get that ball? What's the least amount of movement? And you want to be able to have the least amount of movement in the putter to roll it. And when the shaft is leaning, and it's locked to the lead arm, that's the least amount of movement I can make to roll that ball. When your hands are down here with a regular putter, there's so many variables involved. So I'm becoming a really good putter, and it's because this really simplifies my ability to move. I'm moving less to roll the golf ball. And the other thing it's really, really helping me with, and I'm just promoting the putter because I think it's a great system, is that it takes the hands out of it. So now this becomes a shoulder and arm stroke. The hands are locked in, and then it just makes it easier to roll. So it's locking everything in. So you're seeing me use this putter. I love it. I think it's great. Now, some of you asked the question. I have put a sticker on there for the triple track because I use the triple track golf balls. So that's something I added to the putter just to help me with alignment, once again, to reduce variables. But anyway, I think I'm ready to go. Let's head to the first tee and let's play some winter golf, and it should be kind of fun. So there's no better feeling knowing that when you wake up in the morning to go play golf, so that you're going to play well. There's no better feeling of hitting good golf shots down the fairway. So my mission today is to help as many people as possible wake up every day feeling good that they're going to go out there and play great because of the single plane swing. All right, back to the first tee, Oak Tree National. One of the things that I'm gearing up a little more today, it's a little colder today. Stocking cap. I got these, actually these are pretty cool. These are all-weather gloves, both hands. I never usually wear gloves on both hands, but they actually, I'm actually pretty, I hit balls with them to make sure I could feel okay, but it seems to work pretty well. So today, a couple things I want to talk about as we play another round in, it's all about conditions out here. As you saw in the last video, I'd hit good shots sometimes and they'd bounce into crazy spots. Sometimes the holes play easier and sometimes they play harder, but you really got to pay attention to conditions and, once again, play conservative and smart golf, because I had a couple dumb shots in the last video, I got to admit. But anyway, let's get out here on one. This is par 4. You've seen this hole before. The tree line on the right, you can take it just down the right side of the tree line on the right. That's really the spot to hit it. if you hit it to the left, it may get caught up in the trees on the left and have a shot to the green. I'm going to check the flag real quick though. I think I can see the, yeah, flag's left, back left of the green. So you kind of want to be on the right side here. I'm going to try to take it just down the right side of the fairway. The wind's coming just off the left, so yeah, it's not too windy though. So I'm going to take it right down that right side. All right. Well, I hit it on the right side and I just hit it off the toe a little bit. It'll be on the left side of the fairway, so didn't quite catch it solid, but it's a good shot. It'll be all right. I always tell people that one of the things about when you develop a really good swing, that it's about, I mean, how many perfect shots do you hit in a round? And I could probably say a handful of shots I'm like really, really good. But it's shots like that where I didn't quite hit it perfect, but it'll be fine, you know? That's what good swings do for you. That's why I say the goal is to build purity of technique, is what Mo would always talk about, because technique means that your bad swings are still fairly good and you just don't get the bad results. That's the purpose of building a good swing. It's not about the perfect shots, because you're going to hit some of those. But this shot, this is my line. I could be down there, but I didn't quite catch it. But look at it. It's on the left corner of the fairway, so I'm in the fairway. It's perfect. It's fine, and I didn't quite hit it like I wanted. So this is why I spend time building my swing. That's the beauty of it. One of the things you see in winter golf is just the matted turf. The turf just gets matted down, so it leaves a little bit more kind of long. It's 170. The turf is tight, you know, and now I'm on a downslope, so pretty tough shot here. Wind's coming from the left. That's why I wanted to be on that side of the fairway, because it would have given me a better angle. But all right, let's once again, you got to take consideration the fact that it's cold. It's a 7-iron normally for me, but I think I'm going to hit the 6-iron just to get it back to the back corner. Man, this hole, you know, this 6-iron's playing longer today. All right, so I'm happy with center of green. I don't want to mess with that left side too much, so I'm going to try to take it kind of flag right of flag and just see if I can't get it to the middle of the green. This downslope is going to affect the ball moving to the right. It's below my feet, so it's going to affect the face being open at impact. All right. Let me go back and look at it one more time. All right. Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, that's perfect. So the slope, it's below my feet, which means that the ball's it's coming off low and gonna drift to the right. It's exactly, I hit it basically just right of the flag and it faded off to the right side. So you notice, I guess the good thing about that shot, the thing you can learn from there is that you can learn from the fact that I didn't fade that ball. It's gonna sound weird. I didn't fade the ball faded because of conditions. I didn't try to manipulate the ball left to right because of my normal swing, the ball moved to the right. That's kind of the education there, knowing that of how that slope is affecting my normal swing. So that's just experience, knowing that everything's favoring a spin of the ball moving left to right. Probably, you know, you can practice that stuff, but generally you're practicing that stuff on the golf course, and that's why sometimes you got to come out on days like this and just, you know, hit those shots and learn from that. But I had a nice shot. I like that shot. I was a little concerned about that shot because, you know, you're cold and you're not feeling great, tied up a little bit. You got a tough shot into the green, so those shots can be like, hey, I don't feel very good, and you know. But swing away. You gotta go for it. And look, just to explain that shot a little bit, notice how the flag is on the left side of the green. I aimed it here. I was aiming here because I was aiming here, think about the, just from a percentage of success standpoint, I'm aiming at the flag. This is my line right about here. Well, I know it's moving to the right off the slope. So if I aim here, this is my target area. The ball's coming somewhere in here. Notice I did not aim it left of the green and try to fade it to the flag, because that would have put all that stuff, that trouble into play back there. So it's just high percentage. That was a very high percentage shot. At worst, I'm over there chipping onto a lot of green. So, all right, I just scuffed the green. What the? Okay. Once again, let's do a quick read. What side of the hole is it going in on? What side do I feel it's going to go in on? Pretty straight, really. May come in the right side just a little bit. All right. So today, let's do this today. Let's not take any practice strokes. Only practice strokes I'm allowed to take are inside 10 feet. So on these, we're just going to walk up and we're going to knock it. Just like I'd roll a ball, we're just going to walk up and hit it where I think it's going to go in. So no practice strokes today. A little firm, not bad though. Didn't kind of come off the slope like I wanted, but all right, I'll take some practice strokes in here just because these are a little more delicate, I guess. All right, pretty straight in there. Let me see here. All right, I like that. All right, that was a good par. I always like to take a par on this hole just because it's nice to get off to a good start. It's nice to get that first hole under your belt. You know, this is the ultimate championship golf course. They played multiple major championships here. This is one tee back, and the good designs like this are so challenging, and this hole's a good example of this. I've learned, you know, to play certain. I'm a line guy. I play lines because you can get caught up in targets too much. Like you can get caught up and make sure it's in the left. Make sure that, for example, you can see the bunker left, bunker right, and you're like, okay, how far? Where's this going to go? But if you just pick a line and hit it, it makes targeting so much easier because you're not so worried about where the ball ends up. You're worried about that it goes on your line. So I'm a line person, and this is a perfect example of that because you feel like you want to hit it as far left as you can because it shortens the hole because the green's way over there across the water. But in essence, not really, because your line is the bunker's on the right and it feels like it's a mile from where the green is. But once you get it up there, it leaves, you know, a little longer shot, but it's a perfect area. So you can't take off too much on the left. You can get in some trouble on this, but that just makes it a great hole. You're playing away from the green in a way because you're hitting up to the right, but it's really the way to play this hole. You just can't get too greedy. All right, let's go to that right, see if I can get on the right bunker there. Ah, piered it. That's awesome. As good as I can hit it here. That right at my line, right down the middle. You're going to see this is down there a ways. Believe it or not, that went just at the left side of that right bunker, and it'll be on the left side of the fairway because everything moves down there to the left. I guess I'm going to have at most 140, I think, in. We'll see. But now I hit that nice. That was a nice shot. Okay. Yeah, generally pretty much where I normally hit it when I hit it good here. Where is the flag? All right, well, we just found out that there was frost this morning, so they had to go backwards on the course maintenance. So the crew is right there waiting to mow. So I don't know where the flag is. I think I can kind of get an idea though. So let me just measure where they are. They're 138. So I'm going to try to hit a 132-yard shot right at them and let it roll down to the hole. but can't really see where the flag is here. Yeah, I'm making them wait on me here, so let's see if we can not rush this and hit it in there. 138 to them. All right, well, all right, I got it. I didn't catch it. Get up, get up. We'll see. I think I got down the slope. It is not fantastic, I can tell you that, but hey. Yeah, frost delay. You know, I mean, they have a frost delay going on, and I didn't get it down the slope. Look at that. That's going to be a difficult putt. Okay. Well, this will be fun. All right, so biggest thing here is, you know, the hill's going to take the ball. So I'm just going to try to get it to the edge of the hill, give it a decent read. I'm going to come over here and see where it goes straight. If I can find out kind of the straight spot, like where it might go straight. It's about right here. This is kind of where I need to lag it. I can lag it to the straight spot and then get it to run down there. I'll see. I just got to hit a good speed because this is all about speed. Just get it to the edge and let it run down. It may be a little fast. Look how fast that is going down there, sitting. Okay, all right. Not horrible. A little quick read on this. I'm just going to play it right side. All right, we got out of there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Par 5. This hole here, which I think is par 5 is out here. Oh, I got a little scrape on my ball. I don't know where that came from. I want to get a different ball because I don't like when there's a chance it might side spin this thing. This hole's a pretty, I mean, it's just such a great hole. And if you play it pretty smart, it can be a relatively simple hole. But if you, it just takes one bad swing here. So you got to really kind of just pay attention to what you're doing and favor right side on this thing. So I'm gonna hit it at that bunker on the right. You can kind of see it on the right side. So my goal is just to hit it kind of on that bunker, and then the fairway will take it down to the left. Okay, so I'm gonna feel a little bit right aiming here. Yeah, it's perfect. It'll be left side of the fairway though, because I kind of hit it just about 2 yards left of my line. You watch this, it'll be on the left side. I'll have a little blocked out by the tree. It's in the fairway, but generally you want to hit it just about 5 yards right of that, and it'll keep it a little bit more on the right side, but it's a good shot. I hit it good. It's tough swinging when you got all these clothes on, these gloves on, and you're up there, and it's a different game. The feel, you lose a lot of feel in the game. It's kind of like, I don't know, and feel is kind of one of those things where I feel loose and I feel confident, and it's like, okay, you're just kind of tight. Just kind of, everything kind of feels tightened up. So you got to be pretty prepared for this, because it's going to be sometimes hard to be perfect. Oh, I actually in a pretty good spot here. You can see it in the fairway. It's right in the middle. Yeah, nice. And this is pretty good. It still makes it not an easy second shot, but it leaves me. It kind of leaves me. I'm glad it missed that divot. They have winter rules out here. I don't play them. I like to play it down. I like to give myself a challenge. So this shot here, see the tree, the oak tree right in front of me? I've got to hit it on the right side of that, and it'll kick down into the valley down there, and it'll have inside 100 yards or somewhere between 100 to 110 yards. You can almost hit anything over 180, so I'm actually going to try to get it down there a little bit. Hit this hybrid and see if I can't, see if I can hit it. See what this feels like. Yeah. So I'm going to hit it. Try to hit it just on the right side of that. I think the trajectory will be fine, and then it'll just bounce all straight down to the left. Okay. Yeah, exactly on my line. I mean, it's just right on my line. It's perfect. I don't think it'll be quite as far down as I thought it will get, so I might have like 130 in there, but it's right on my line. Can't complain about that. Yeah, this hole here, so if you don't quite hit that shot solid over this tree line here, you can see what happens. This is a mess right here because it'll kick down into the rough on a side slope, which is brutal. So you've got to get it up into this area, and there's a big mound here, and it all funnels it and kicks it down here. So it can be messy in here. This one got down a ways. Usually right in here, this is kind of, you can call the divots in here. This is like the landing spot. You're 110 yards in here. Luckily, you know, the fairways are running here a little bit, so it scooted down here. I don't necessarily like being this far down. You know, maybe I shouldn't have hit the hybrid because it leaves me with a little trickier mini wedge shot. It's not a full shot, so, and we'll wait here until they put that flag in. He's spraying the green right now, so they're doing a little maintenance for a few minutes, so we'll wait a little bit. Okay, so this came down to 80 yards. Usually I try to keep it in the 100-yard range. One of the things that you might want to consider is having a favorite 100-yardage. Let's say it's a choke down wedge or even a gap wedge, and then just trying to get it into that yardage as much as possible. So sometimes you can hit it too far down. And look at this, I'm a little elevated, it's behind that bunker. So it can make it, this shot's not an easy, even though it's 80 yards, let me just measure it one more time. It's just not that easy of a shot. It's 76, 80 with slope. So, all right, let me, it's been a while since I've hit some wedges here, so let me see what I wanna do on this. That's a full lob wedge for me. Gotta hit it good. Or it's a gap wedge. I got my numbers written on here. It's 85. If this is 730, it goes 85. So if I take this, no, if I take it to 9 o'clock, it goes 85. That's a little strong, right? I mean, that's gonna be a little far. 730, if I take this to 730, it goes 50. All right, well, see, this is why this is hard, because it's kind of an in-betweener. I'm gonna measure, this is something, I'm gonna measure to the front of the bunker right there and see what my carry is. It says 65 carry. So I've got to hit 65 carry. All right, let's hit the lob. Let's hit the 75 to 70. It's still downwind, so that helps. So a little 75-yard lobber. There we go. Wow, it didn't fly. It'll be fine. It just, ugh. That was weird. It's kind of one of those shots where it's kind of like you hit it and it just kind of doesn't, it just doesn't come out. It's cold, and it just doesn't have that like compressed spin. I got away with it. It's probably not too bad. Probably flew about 72 yards. It almost, cleared the bunker by a couple yards. But man, that was. Look at it. It's on the front, sorta, and it's fine. I mean, it's a good shot, but it's one of those things where if I would have just chunked it a little bit more, it's not great. So tough shot. All right, so you can see, the bunker was 65. I flew it a little further than that. Not too bad. I mean, it's 72 yards, but pretty good shot here. I'm gonna let me get a read on this. All right, let me mark that real quick. Clean the ball off. All right, I'm gonna set it down. I'm not gonna pick the mark up just yet. Let's just get a quick read on this. So that's higher, this is lower. It's moving this way. Uphill just a little bit, so a little left or righter. It's not too bad. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, all right, pick that thing. It's pretty good right there. I'm gonna get that line where I want it. Okay. All right, I see that little ball mark right there. I think I'm just gonna go towards that. But yeah, one of the things is I'm thinking about practice strokes, and just to walk up and hit it, there's not rhythm in that. And the reason I want to take a practice stroke is just because it gives me a little rhythm. I think it's about the rhythm, not about the practice stroke. Break a little. Yeah, it's all about rhythm. And I think that if you can I think so the goal isn't really practice strokes, it's rhythm. I mean, what gives you a good rhythm and feel for doing just that and rolling at the right speed? That's what I felt on that. But so maybe, yeah, I think we got to have some practice strokes in there. I'm walking, I feel the wind hit me in the face, so it's a little into the wind, so it's going to be a little bit windy. It's 200 yards, 199. Let's talk about this hole, because this is a make it or break it hole here. This is one of those holes where normal 200-yard shot on this hole is a 5-iron for me. But I'm sitting here going, okay, well, and it depends on the back. So look, I got tons of room on that back side. And, you know, there's no easy up and down out here, but you need to favor long. So I got 200, let's call another one club into the wind, 210. That's a good 4-iron for me, but you know what, I'm gonna hit this 3-iron and just make a nice swing, keep it kind of a good solid swing, and just try to get it to the back edge of that green. This is not like, okay, make a birdie here. This is get it to the middle of the green, just hit a solid shot, and let's move on. So this isn't about perfect golf. This is just about get it into a playable area and have a chance here. So nice shot, middle of the green, little 3-iron. That's a miss right there. I mean, let's watch it. Yeah, see what the ball just did? Look at it. So I hit it okay, but you'll notice that the ball kind of went at the flag and then went to the right just a little. But everything on that right side is going to move to the left. So if you're going to miss the shot or not quite hit it perfect, there it is. There's the shot. I mean, the whole left side's out of play. So, hey, that's how you play, because you're cold. I'm wearing all these layers. The swing feels a little tight. I guess my point is, you're not trying to hit pure golf shots out here. You're trying to hit good shots, make good swings, but you're giving yourself a little more of a cushion variable. And that is a great example right there of how hit an okay shot, nothing spectacular. Now I got a nice birdie putt. Loved it. I mean, that's how you do it right there. And there's certain holes on this course where you just got to go up there and make a swing. I mean, you can't sit there and worry about it too much and think, oh my God, this hole is impossible, because it's a very hard hole. You're hitting 200 yards into the wind, all carry, but you just got to go there and make a swing and try to hit a decent shot. And you know, if you miss it, you miss it. But you know, that's the fun thing about this game is getting it around and hitting some shots. And you know, it'll warm up here. It's getting a little warmer. You know, in 2 holes, it's going to warm up, and we'll shed some clothes, and maybe I can make some more aggressive swings. But look, it's not a birdie putt, but it's an easy 2-putt par, and I got a run at birdie, and I'm happy with that. Yeah, so this didn't really even hit on the green. It hit over there on the fringe, which, you know, that's your line. If you're gonna miss the shot, obviously you don't want to be over there. So it comes off here. It may stay up there sometimes. Not an easy chip, by the way, but generally it'll give it a kick down here. And hey, let's call that a members bounce. That's knowing the course a little bit. Huge breaker to the left here, all speed. up then down. Got to keep it above the hole coming on that right side. I know my tendencies on this is just not giving enough up here, but I'm gonna try to get the ball up in this area, coming down here. It's all coming in this way. This would be kind of right in here is where that ball will enter the hole. So look how much, that's kind of the first thing I want you to do when you're reading putts is say, hey, if this ball's coming into that hole, where does it, in this thing, if it can't come in here, it has to come in here, follow that line out, and there's your kind of idea of what speed you're gonna need. So, okay, let's do this. Let's just make sure I get it up there on that line. And then I'm gonna give it a little bit up there on the right and then try to get good speed. And I'm gonna take practice strokes. I think you just have to have the rhythm. This is the feel and the rhythm, so I like the practice stroke. All right, good speed here. There's up on the slope, let it come down. Look how much break that is. Wow. Just didn't quite give it enough up there, but look how much, I mean, it's just coming in like this. That's why I really, really like if you will pay some attention to where does that ball enter the hole. And think about speed too. That was a nice speed. You know, I'm sitting here about a foot from the hole. But if you think about speed, you don't want to roll it too far past the hole. So if it's going to go super slow, where does it enter the hole? And that was, that was a good putting, good lesson there on the break. Because if you get it too fast, right? You get it too fast, it's going to run down the slope. And I'd rather have it just dying down, coming straight in the hole that way. In physical terms, it almost makes the hole bigger, right? Because the ball, if it hits any part of the hole, it goes in. So the hole gets bigger. I know it sounds weird, but the hole gets bigger if the ball is moving at a slower pace. So that was good. That was good. That was a good 3 getting out of there. All right, I'm gonna take off these gloves. It's getting a little warmer. I'm gonna put on just a single glove here. Warming up a little. Probably gonna shed the stocking cap in a second too, but all right. Another par 5. I think, personally, it's not a hard par 5. It's a strategic par 5. What I mean by that is, if you play it smart, you can do well. If you are any stupid at all, you can leave here with, and the green's tiny, so it always leaves you a challenging shot into the green. So we'll talk about that when we get up there. Oak tree, the famous oak tree right here in the middle. No leaves on it right now, but there it is. That's the line. Hit it over that, all kicks down to the left. So my ball's lined up to that right now, and we're gonna hit it. That's my line. Let's do the best to hit it on that line. It's on that line. Let's see if it kicks left. I couldn't tell, I couldn't see. It's too blended in with the grass. It could have caught that bunker. I don't think I could hit that far, but anyway, it's a good line. I didn't quite hit it on that little shape I like to hit it on where it stays just on this side. We'll see, I think it's okay, but right on my line. Can't complain about that. If it is in that bunker, it's gonna be hell making 5 from there. I've been there before. Many times. And that's the thing about this course is if you hit your line but you move it just a little to the right, for example, like that one, 10 yards to the right, or even 5 yards to the right, it can get you in some trouble. That's why good courses, are built like this. Uh-oh, let's see. I'm not liking it. Oh, see, we'll see. This is going to be a challenge. But that's 5 yards. Come this way 5 or 6 yards and it bounces right down in the middle. So that's what happens. You push it just a little bit. All right, let's get smart about this because look, I just made this hole hard. This makes this par 5 a challenge. And so look what happens, not a great lie. I can't hit it out to the right. I've got to keep it to the left and look at all the stuff that's on the left. So I would just like to get this down into the fairway, 190 yards. That would be ideal. So a 200-yard roughly shot, just get the darn thing in the fairway. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit the hybrid. A lot of people are like, well, you can't hit hybrids from bunkers. Yes, you can. If you got a decent enough lie, and all I care about, I mean, I don't care about stopping this on a green. All I care about is hitting a kind of a scooter down there. I'm just trying to scoot the ball down the fairway. So I'm just trying to hit almost a punch shot, let it come off into the fairway, and let's see if I can get it down there. Wind's coming from the left. I can feel the wind hitting me, so not easy. That's hilarious. Get going. Look at this. Oh, stay there. Stay there. Ah! Whoo, it's gonna be hard from there. So again, it just came out funny here. It just came out like kind of dead. Got it pretty good, got it scooting down the fairway, and then it rolled to the left. So, oh man, I messed this hole up so much. I mess it up so much. It's, like I said, it just takes one bad shot to mess these things up. But we'll see. Let's get down there. It just, the problem with that, it just takes birdie out of play. I mean, right now I'm contending with the tree on the left, pins on the left. And you can play these par fives. Now I birdied the par five back there. Well, that's good. I mean, making birdies par fives. But you've taken the holes that are supposed to be relatively, you know, they're 3-shot holes. I'm making them hard, so it can really condense your round into difficulty when you're taking the easy holes and make them hard. But anyway, it's fun stuff. Yeah, this is kind of, see, it's still in the fairway, but it's kind of on this left side. That tree is going to be messing with me a little bit. But this is kind of the thing about it, you know, it's kind of like, I always talk this 154. I talk about compounding, like you compound problems. You hit a bad drive, well then you make it worse. And I hit this okay. I really haven't hit a bad shot, but there's just been a little bit offline, and now you're left with like a really, really tricky, difficult shot. 154 yards, pin in the back, into the wind, slope right to left. So I got to contend with some stuff. Tree's messing with me a little bit, so I got to mess with that. I'm going to try to flight a little 7-iron down, just take a little bit off a 7-iron. It's, yeah, wind's hitting me hard right now. And see if I see the bunker on the right. I'm going to see if I can't keep it over that. Somewhere in there. I'm okay there. But, man, look, it's hard, so it's going to move to the left. So let's just hit that shot and see if I end up okay. This green is, you got to just get a good line on this green and see if you can hit a shot in there. All right, a little 7-iron right there. Oh, come on, get up, get moving. All right, wind got it, but it's okay. It's on the front edge. It's, I'm happy with that line though, by the way. I mean, I was just trying to flight the ball, but you know, I'm kind of on the upslope, side hill lie. It's hard to flight it down on that. Oh, look, it trickled that. See, it got on the front and came down the slope. It's just, yeah, it's just, this is a good golf course. This hole, I probably have the highest scoring average on this hole. I have to admit that. I think I've birdied it a number of times, but generally, at the end of the day, if you said, what hole do you have the highest scoring average on? It's this hole here because, yeah, it's exactly what I've done on this hole. I haven't really hit a bad shot, but then again, I haven't hit anything that's really helping me. And then now I've left with this kind of stuff. All right, but this is also why, just so you know, here we are. Isn't it all about the short game sometimes, though? Think about it. I mean, I'm left with, look, I can either make, right now I can either make birdie, par, or bogey. This is a 1 to 2 shot swing right here with my short game. This is not a birdie hole, so it's not like you're going to walk out here and make a bunch of birdies. So it really comes down to this. And if you have a decent short game and can give yourself a chance, it can really help your game. I like to walk up here and take a look just to see what I'm dealing with. One of the things too, I can feel the surface, hard, soft, into the wind. And I can get a little read here. So it's coming, you know, it's gonna land up in here and it's going to the right. So it's you know, where it hits doesn't really matter. It might kick a little bit, but it's really about hitting and then what's it doing when it slows down up there. So I'm gonna try to keep it on the left side here. It's gonna go, keep it on the left side and Got my gap wedge. I'll dead hand this a little bit, a little dead handed bump until it rolled up there. Chunked it. Get moving. Whew, it's gonna be a tough putt. Dang it. Tough when the lies are tight like that. Very tough. Sometimes it's like, that's why I dead hand those, by the way, because you add a little angle to it and you can chunk them. So I try to keep it pretty dead handed and get it in there. So yeah, this will be my struggle hole for the day, right? There's always one staying struggle hole for the day. You always, if you can get away on the struggle holes and save yourself. It's just like you play those money games with guys and they all, it's like I'm doing here, hack, par. And then they move on. It's just like, okay. Yeah, it's what you got to do sometimes. Okay, this is going to the right. Let's knock this in. This will be fun to knock this in. Yeah, it's moving to the right. Let's hit a good line. That's my line right there. I got it. Break a little. Look at that. Whoo! And look, I'm telling you right now, I don't like to cut on my channel. I like to show you everything that happens out here. So good, bad, whatever. And that's awesome. That's awesome. Making those putts, I love saving. That gives me more, I have more fun having a save on that than I do making a birdie for you guys. Hey, I thought I'd give you a quick tip before I head to the next tee. Look at this shot here. I got to kind of carry this, right? This is a big kind of a carry, then I got to get it on the green and roll it down there. One thing I like to do here, you've seen me do this before, just drop the shaft a little bit. People say, well, is this single plane? Look, this is about the plane of the shaft. That's what it's really always about. So I've got to get enough loft on the club to bump it over the slope and land it soft enough so you can open the face, but you can also just lower the shaft a little bit, just down, and I bend my knees a little bit and then stay right there, and watch that. It bounces out, and what it does is this is another way. When you take the club, open the face, and slightly drop the shaft, you can go far, but I just did about that far on that one. It adds a little loft to the face. I just want to give you a little quick tip on that because everybody says, well, you know, are you a single plane golfer out of the bunkers? You know, single plane golf is about shaft plane, and single plane golf is about when you make a full swing, simplifying the movement addressed to impact. Well, this is a finesse. It's a finesse shot. So you're still concerned about the shaft plane. It's still on the same plane, but it's lower because it added loft to the face. I always like to show people just another option for adding loft, the lowering of the shaft. All right, that was I like that. I like making par putts, saving yourself a little bit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the first 5 holes of winter golf on this 9. If you enjoy this content, give me a thumbs up. Make some comments. I like to hear what you guys talk about. It's fun to hear your comments. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also share this channel with people if you think it's going to help them play better golf and learn about the single plane swing. Also, don't forget my book, The Single Plane Golf Swing, Play Better Golf the Mo Number Way. It's on sale at Amazon. It's one of the best sellers in golf. I think you'll enjoy that. And I'll see you on the next 4 holes.